Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla and the new show Overflow episode 37. Tesla sales seems to be back to normal levels after the ramp of the Model Y production and inventory. And Elon is again pushing for some very aggressive timelines for their full self-driving system. And buckle up, because Tesla's Roadster is apparently about to rewrite the rules of performance. And Tesla approves a $29 billion interim stock award for Elon Musk. And Uber's CEO says he thinks the autonomous future is not the winner takes most market. And Tesla is expanding its market in India. And Tesla is also absolutely killing it in Japan and South Korea with huge new sales records. All of this and much more in today's episode. Start right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
Tesla sales seems to be back to more normal levels after the ramp up of the Model Y production and inventory. So we have heard people saying that Tesla is collapsing in Europe because nobody wants their cars anymore, and they point to Tesla's sales drop in Europe, but forget to mention that Tesla locked down their factory in Berlin for weeks to retool the production line for the Model Y, and completely ignoring that this car stands for about 65% of all Tesla sales in Europe. But if Tesla sales were collapsing in Europe, we should see a continued drop in sales, and Tesla's Model Y should not be dominating anymore. But that is simply not the case. The Model Y is not just still number one in Europe by a long shot, but in June it actually grew 1% year over year. And as you can see, in June there was nothing that came close. Even Škoda's new Elroq, that is doing very well here in Europe, could not keep up. Not even the three best-selling BEVs from the Volkswagen Group combined sold as much as Tesla's Model Y, the Škoda Elroq, the ID.4 and the ID.3. And if we look at 2025 from January through June, we can see the Tesla Model Y is still leading by a huge margin, even with the huge decline in sales because of the shutdown of the Berlin factory. But Tesla is back at pretty much normal levels, as June was as high or even 1% higher than last year, and that is even without the performance version of the Model Y available. So it seems like Tesla's sales is no longer collapsing, but as predicted, Tesla sales are rising back to normal levels. Like I said back in April, when people start screaming about collapsing sales because April was an export month and Tesla sales dropped about 4,000 units, and because of the low volume there is in April, it was easy to make headlines about Tesla sales dropping about 50% in Europe. Tesla is dead. But it was only 4,000 units, not even a day's worth of production on a global scale for Tesla. But like I said back then, I would start worrying if we didn't see Tesla sales numbers getting back to some normal levels by June, the last month of Q2, because that was what I expected. And what do you know? Tesla is back to normal levels and the Model Y is still dominating the European BEV market. No one is close, even with the big decline in sales. Well, that was their chance to get close to Tesla's Model Y, but not even a 35% drop in sales was enough for the others to overtake or even just keep up with Tesla's Model Y in sales. It is still the king in Europe. And we do see this trend many other places around the world, as Tesla Chan also wrote on X. Tesla Korea recorded its highest sales months since entering the Korean market, with 7,357 units sold in July. But not only that, Tesla actually topped the list of most imported cars in July in South Korea. So not bad. But Tesla is also absolutely killing it in Japan, as Tesla sales in Japan are looking extremely good, as Roland shared on X. July is up 221% versus July last year, and up 193% compared to April, the first month of the previous quarter. It's the best July ever. Year to date, Tesla is up 83% over the same period last year. Tesla is just killing it in Japan and is growing in some areas and seems to be back to normal levels in others. And Elon Musk is again pushing for some very aggressive timelines for their full self-driving system. Elon posted on X, Teslas can drive themselves, but then a guy asked when can I do this and shared this video of a guy who have hacked his Tesla so he can play GTA in his Cybertruck while the truck is driving itself, and Elon replied, probably 3 to 6 months depending on regulatory approval in your city and state. So Elon still thinks that by Q4, by the end of this year, we will have unsupervised full self-driving approved in some cities and states, and Tesla software will be ready for it. And with the progress Tesla is probably seeing with their system, with the huge data center they have and all the data they are collecting, and the more robotaxis they get on the street, the more really high quality data they get. So the insane progress we have seen over the past 18 months should only be speeding up during the next 6 months. And Elon did also tease about the new full self-driving build that will come out soon on X, as he wrote, Tesla is training a new full self-driving model with 10x params and a big improvement to video compression laws, probably ready for public release at the end of next month if testing goes well. So with 10 times more parameters and improved video compression, with potentially reducing data loss, which align with recent advancement in AI where models like those from DeepMind have shown large parameter count enhances performance in complex tasks like autonomous driving. So Tesla might come out with a huge step change in full self-driving capabilities with this next build, which should come out by the end of September if everything goes well. And Tesla is expanding their robotaxi area very fast as well. We have talked about the expansion in Austin and the new huge area in the Bay Area, but Tesla added yet another big area to their robotaxi service in Austin by adding this huge area down south. But if you're wondering what the next big area might be, well, we have of course seen the many new job sightings at Tesla for safety drivers in many other cities, but Elon also wrote online, not sure what the status in Illinois is, but pretty good guide is that if Waymo is opening somewhere, the regulatory allow robotaxi in that city or state. Tesla will operate there as soon as we reaffirm safety testing in that local and receive a license to operate. So it seems like the cities Waymo is operating in, we can expect Tesla to start robotaxis in as well. So probably not something Waymo is super happy about, but something we should thank Waymo for, paving the way for autonomy, because they might not be able to keep up with Tesla's fast expansion and the amount of robotaxis Tesla can deploy, or keep up with Tesla's new pricing for about $1 per mile, but Waymo was first, and that always takes a little extra work with regulatory. So we should not forget that Waymo is helping Tesla in that regard and made the first move for Tesla easier. And buckle up, because Tesla's Roadster is about to rewrite the rules of a performance sports car. So Tesla has a new wild patent that resurrects the legendary fan car concept from the infamous Brabham BT46B. Back in 1978, this Formula One beast used a fan to create a vacuum, sucking it to the track with jaw-dropping downforce. Niki Lauda dominated the Swedish Grand Prix with it, leaving rivals in the dust until regulatory banned it for being too good. Now Tesla seems to be bringing this game-changing tech back according to a new patent. And it could be electrifying. Just imagine a sleek two-seater Roadster, already a rocket ship with its SpaceX-inspired package, whatever mind-blowing tricks that includes, now equipped with a fan system that could grip the road like nothing else. We've seen this kind of tech before in the McMurray Speedling, which smashed Goodwheel's record by generating a staggering 2,000 kilos of downforce without even moving. Tesla's patent hints at a similar setup, potentially turning the Roadster into a road-hogging monster that redefines what sports cars can do. This isn't just going to be a car, it's going to be a revolution. Like Lars Murray said, as the world's transition to autonomy, the Roadster might be the last car Tesla is making that will be focused solely on driving, so it better be the best. And it seems it might be exactly that, with Tesla's knack of pushing boundaries and Elon's promise of an insane demo by the end of the year, the Roadster could be the most furious machine the world has ever seen. Can't wait for that epic demo by the end of the year. And let's squeeze in the last short news topics into this new show. Yes, it's time for the Tesla Shorts. Tesla approves a $29 billion interim stock award for Elon Musk. Tesla's board anonymously approved a good faith award of 96 million restricted shares valued at approximately $29 billion based on current pricing to Elon Musk, emphasizing the need to retain his leadership amid the company's pivot toward AI, robotics, and related services. This comes as an interim measure while legislation over Musk's 2018 pay package continues in Delaware court. The award, west over 2 years, requires Musk to remain in a senior role and including a 5-year holding period. So just to be clear, because we do see headlines like Elon Musk getting $29 billion paycheck, but it's not cash the guy's getting. He's allowed to buy stock at a very good price. But Tesla described it as critical for motivating Musk and attracting talent in the intensifying AI talent war, noting that losing him could jeopardize growth. The announcement was made directly via a letter to shareholder posted on X by Tesla's official account. Share rose about 3% in pre-market trading following the news. Multiple outlets framed it as a move to keep Musk focused on Tesla despite his other adventures like XAI and SpaceX. But this is also a way of just paying the man that has got nothing over the last 7 years. Let's just pay the man. And Tao Lin, VP of Tesla China, confirmed on Chinese social media that the all 4 seats in the 6-seater Model Y L can be folded completely flat. This is a significant change compared to the 6-seater Model X, and it is still 3 inches shorter than the Model X, but the wheelbase is actually like 3 inches longer. I think this bigger Model Y is going to sell extremely well, and the rumor is that it could hit the market at around $56,000 or 500 yuan in China. And Tesla opened its first supercharger station in India, the first of many to come, and the start of the whole new market opening up for Tesla. And Tesla also leased a rental space for its second showroom in India, up in the Delhi area. So the expansion into India continues. And Rivian is still burning through a lot of cash, and as AJ wrote, RJ is directly responsible for creating one of the largest losses in the US corporate history. Let that sink in. The company he founded, Rivian, accumulated losses of $25 billion. And in an interview RJ just did about Rivian's bad quarterly numbers, RJ calls out a production miss due to rare earth. As Jeff Lutz wrote on X, a simple question could have been, well, Tesla does 10x your US production and did not call this out as a limiter. Any idea how? But there was no follow-up. Yeah, it seems more like bad management of supply chain than anything else. But Rivian doesn't seem to be able to stop the bleeding anytime soon. And no, it's nothing comparable to what Tesla has gone through, as you can clearly see here on this chart from AJ. And Tesla shared a video clip and wrote, "Croc can be your tour guide when exploring new places, all while your Tesla drive itself with full self-driving supervised so you can actually enjoy the view. Welcome to the future."
As you're cruising up that auto road, Veterans Memorial Highway, you're climbing one of the steepest, most scenic drives in the Adirondacks. Right now, you're surrounded by thick forest, maybe spotting some birch or pine, and the air's getting crisp. When you hit the top, you'll park at the castle lot, grab a jacket. It's chilly at 4,600 feet. Walk up the stone path to the summit, or take the elevator if you're feeling fancy. That view, insane. You'll see Lake Placid shimmering below, maybe even Canada on a clear day. Check out the Stone Castle Cafe for a hot cocoa. It's cozy and the views from there are just as epic. If you're up for it, poke around the summit's nature trails. They're short, but give you those 360-degree Adirondack vibes. Enjoy the ride up. Let me know if you want tips for after.
So cool. This is exactly the thing I have been talking about, that Tesla robotaxis in the future could become these tour guide explaining what you are seeing when going through the city. This is just the beginning. And here is the best explanation I have ever heard about how BEVs are just so much better cars than ICE cars. Check this one out.
Electric cars, by the way, the thing is, it's just a better car. In nearly every dimension, performance, quietness, comfort, drivability, etc. So I've just written a piece for the Evening Standard where let's imagine this in reverse, right? Where all cars are electric and we're all nipping around in little electric cars and recharging. And this rogue Volkswagen engineer comes up with, I've got a better idea, okay? It's massively complicated. You put a huge tank of an inflammable liquid in your car, right? And then it feeds into these cylinders where we engineer an explosion, a series of explosions. Now, unfortunately, it only produces torque in a limited range of the revolutionary cycles. So we'll need a thing called a gearbox, which we'll need oil for. And then we'll need an air filter. And then we'll need a water filter. And then we'll need all this stuff. It's going to be vastly more complicated. So you go, does it perform better than an electric car? No, not really. No, okay. Is it quieter? No. Quite the opposite. It's fucking noisy as hell, right? Is it cleaner? No. It's farting stuff out of the back, right? Okay. So is it simpler to make? No. There are 250 moving parts in the drivetrain. I know electric cars only have 7, but this needs 250. Right. Okay. So, what's the upside? Well, you can refill it really quickly. Can you refill it at home? No, obviously you can't refill it at home, right? You're not going to have a fucking petrol tank in your garage. Are you fucking insane? You're not going to be able to refill this thing at home, right? No. You'll have to go to a special place, which, by the way, won't just be a little thing on the side of the road with a rapid charger. It'll be a massive thing selling Ginsters and Marks and Spencer simply food. Basically, that guy's career's over, right? Okay, so the 0.05% of the population who routinely drive 350 miles a day and have such enormous bladders that they never need to stop, they're going to benefit slightly from this insanely complicated engine, but the rest of us are going to have a horrible time. No, I don't really see this is going to fly.
Yes, thinking of it backwards is just don't make sense to be making these ICE cars. And Nick also wrote, Tesla full self-driving is a cheat code in real life. $99 a month or $3.22 per day. The value is unbelievable. And Tesla reposted and wrote, full self-driving supervised is your personal chauffeur for less than the price of a coffee per day. And we had Uber's CEO saying he thinks that the autonomous future is not a winner-take-most market, and Uber will play a big part in it.
It's an experiment. They're early days. Tesla in Austin, you obviously have your own data. You're seeing them as a potential competitor, maybe as a partner in the future. I don't know how you think about them these days.
Oh, I think it could be a competitor, could be a partner. And you know, when you're talking about trillion-dollar TAMs, there will be no winner-take-all in this marketplace. It's great to see Tesla in the market. They're taking their time and they are making sure that they're expanding in a safe way. We've always believed that the potential in self-driving is for these cars to be superhuman in terms of safety. And I think that's a welcome thing, whether it's a Waymo or it's a Tesla or it's a Wave. All of this competition in autonomous is going to create safer streets. And we're going to be a big part of that.
That is all we have time for in this Overflow News Show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help this video out a lot so others can find it on YouTube. And if you did like it, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. And if you're already a subscriber to the channel, thank you so much for the support. But if you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of this channel or become a member of the YouTube channel to get a shout out as some extra perks like early access, ad-free versions of my videos, exclusive videos. So hit the members button or check out Patreon to find out more. And don't forget to follow me on X. I post pretty much all the news as it comes out and a lot more. And check out the merch store to get some merchandise and support the show. It is also possible to support the show without becoming a member or a patron. There is a donation option down below or on my website bestintesla.com. You can also become an executive producer and get news articles, exclusive videos, behind the scenes and access to all my research charts and spreadsheets also on bestintesla.com, or as simple as hitting the super like button. And thank you for watching, and until next time, take care out there and be nice.